Hello, 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 everybody. Forgot to do something. Oh, well, it is what it is. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. It says that I'm live, so I assume that we are. And you know what they say about assume. So I don't see anybody in the chat. I will look. Okay, Maria Graham is here. Mike's Chaotic Gardening is here. And I will pin that message. There we go. We're popping up. My nose is all snuffly. Snuffly. I had to make a last minute run to put some lotion on my ashy hands. I know this is high. I just wanted you to see my Christmas quilt I put up behind. Oops, and my tree. How do you like old Christmas tree? Old Christmas tree, how evergreen thy branches. Well, I appreciate each and every one of you. Donzel Cooper, how are you doing? Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. Is everybody ready for Christmas, or am I the only one not ready? Dun, 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 dun. My beautiful painting up by 755 Media. Actually, the things that I'm working on tonight are a little bit blocking it, but I will move them in a minute. Today is actually, I had a 3-hour Zoom meeting this morning, but I'll tell you all about that in a little while. Today is our Saturday Woosa. Create and chat. I feel like today I am I am burned out. Oh, you like this? Thank you. My Kwanzaa painting. I was going to paint it. 755 Media did a live stream where she painted this, and she sent the inspiration piece by mail. And then she said, Auntie, you don't have to do it. I will do it for you. And I actually have a live stream where I showed it when I unboxed it. And I have the certificate of authenticity. I received it February 14th, 2025 from 755 Media, and she's autographed it in the back. She painted it apparently in January. This is called the provenance, when you get an authentic painting and the artist gives you all the information so that if she becomes rich and famous one day, it'll be worth something. Maria Graham is ready. Nikki's is ready as she's going to get. Her children are young adults now. I have a couple of things for the teenagers. You know, what do you give kids that I don't know what they want. You know, I can tell you what they'll tell me they need. Oh, maybe a new car or a car or something like that. I learned from experience that I bought both of my children, I have two. I bought them their first cars, and they were not necessarily emotionally ready for it. I mean, they were ready to jump in and drive them, but as far as taking care of them, the upkeep, and other family members said, well, maybe you should let them buy their first car. I bought my first car when I was very young. I think I was 22, 24. I learned how to drive a stick shift in the parking lot after I accepted um, Volkswagen. Oh, I love that car. I love that car. Mike says cash. Yep, cash is good. Nikki say, word up, Mike. The only thing you're doing this week is relaxing and stuffing your face. That sounds like a good thing to do. Except there's nobody here to cook this week except me. And I've been spit shining the kitchen every morning before I have breakfast. Well, let me thank the moderators. Thank you for helping me keep the channel up, keep it going, keep the clowns away from Auntie Nana. I It's basketball season in the house that has one child in high school age. The next youngest one is in kindergarten. That would be Rylan. And Josiah goes to school even though he's 6 months old. His mom teaches at a preschool and he gets to go to school with her since she went back to work, and he is just a little whiz kid. Oh, you meant for Christmas? That's your plan? Oh, stuffing your face? I'll be stuffing. I'll be stuffing too. I don't know if you guys saw I posted a short at my mom's house on Thanksgiving. I made a turkey, but it was just an extra turkey. There was so much food for 15 people. We ended up giving most of it away. Most of us didn't even want to take any home because there was already too much food. Okay. I am trying to look at some things without mushing anybody. And I want to show you, I'm actually going to crochet today. I'm going to show how to I can put this down so how to complete a head wrap. Let me see. Here's the thread I'm going to sew it together with. But first of all, I will show you what I've done since, actually not this week, since Thursday. Hello, Cassandra. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. I had a 3-hour Zoom meeting today early, and I kind of sat in this chair when the battery went dead. I was glad, and I didn't push any buttons, Mike. For some reason, I don't know. It seems to go to wherever your name is and zap you into Wonderland. But today I finished something, and I decided I will show you how to how to finish a head wrap. I've seen I haven't made one for years, and I actually forgot. And when I say a head wrap, an ear warmer, a crochet ear warmer, I have my mom starting one, but she likes to use little crochet hooks. I like big crochet hooks. Why? Because I can feel where the next stitch is and the next hole that I should be crocheting it. This is actually her thread. I picked it up at her house when I was there. I think maybe for Thanksgiving or something. So I'm going to take it to her. It's soft and it's a kind of a small yarn. She can she can maybe use a bigger hook. Then she won't have to wear her glasses. I usually go see her on Sundays, but we're supposed to get anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of snow here in Connecticut. But the closer you live to Interstate 95, which I do, it's supposed to be more on the 5-inch mark. So I got ready. I have everything ready to, like they say, what do they say? Shelter in place. So that's what I will be doing. You guys put in the chat where you're watching from and what the weather is. I will show you. I did finish two two subscriber gifts that are will be going out. This one is finished. It's a hut made with Christmas fabric on the top, African fabric for the door, and I made this one simple. It did not need does not need a lot of quilting in the back to hold it down. Maybe the this is cotton batting in the inside, and it says to quilt maybe every 8 inches. This is certainly closer than that. And again, it's a casserole pad. You can use it for a computer pad. Oh, you guys, I dropped my MacBook today. My heavy duty MacBook. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Inside it's so delightful. The weather here is 17 degrees. I have some of Mike's weather. He says it's 4 degrees in Minnesota. Oh, zone 4. It's 2 below zero. I think it's supposed to get down to 4 or 6 degrees here in Connecticut with the wind chill. I think up where Yankee Sister is, it's going to be like 4 degrees. It is. Whoa. Oh, I just did that. Okay. This one is going out to a subscriber. This one is similar, but they're not exactly the same. I like to make little projects and other things, what they call improvisational quilting, which means that you're just making it up. Hey, Mr. Arthur, I have a message for you. I wish I could FaceTime and get her on the phone. Mommy is so bad. I showed her the video Sunday with you and the barbecued pig feet. I actually got some pig feet and cooked them and took them to her, and she said, I showed her your barbecue pig feet. I said, Mom, do you remember Mr. Arthur Bammett, the gentleman where you won $25 on his channel? There was a gift to whoever had the the eldest mother on YouTube. Actually, somebody else had a mother over 94, which my mother, I think it was a Mother's Day gift, and my mother was is 94. I think the other lady's mother was born before they had birth certificates or where birth certificates were prevalent where she lived, and they were actually unsure of her mother's exact date of birth. Children who were born at home with a midwife were often not their births were recorded in maybe in the family Bible, but not in a courthouse or anything. And back in those days, half of the courthouses burned down. So anyway, mommy won, and I took her the 20. No, I cashed the $25. I think it was a gift card or gifts, however it was, and I gave her the cash. She said, "Tell Mister Bammett." I said, "Send me some barbecue pig feet, special delivery." Is she a hoot? Mr. Arthur said it was Mother's Day. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get to see her. Of course, they have ice melt and the roads will be clear, but I live on an off street, and they don't plow those right away. I was going to have a medical procedure. I'm actually a whole knee replacement last year, some point, and it was snowing, and the medical Uber driver that was going around the corner, the first corner when you leave here by the park, slid into the curb. I mean, just slid into it, bam, like the Dukes of Hazzard or something coming into a parking lot. And he hit the curb. Then he backed up. Oh, Mr. Arthur can remember better than me. He said, money order. Yeah, that's what it was. And I cashed it for her and gave her the cash. So the medical Uber driver backed up. Then he slid the second time. I said, Sir, Have you ever driven in the snow before? I think he told me he was from Saudi Arabia or something. And I'm like, look, we don't have to get there early. The doctor doing the surgery told me that all I have to do is make it there, no matter how late it was. He was at the hospital and he would do my surgery. That was good because I had been fasting since midnight the day before. I think they were supposed to pick me up at 8 in the morning. They didn't even get here until about 10 o'clock. Then it was like a 2 hour drive when it should have been like an hour, maybe 3 hours. I didn't have the surgery until 1 o'clock that day. Ugh, annoying. But anyway, these two will be going out to subscribers that order them. But you see, you can see the difference. The two doorways are different because I just freehand cut them so that they won't be exactly alike. Now this one I did first. I did all this quilting in the back, and I'm like, oh, that's not even necessary. But when I become an ancestor 26 years from now, because I decided I'm going to live until I'm 101. I'm 77 now. These will still be in use. The only thing I have to do is put my label on the back. So there's one. No, I'm not putting it on the floor. And then you guys will have to come. I'm not going to put it on the thumbnail because I want it to be a surprise. And this one will be, and it's a casserole dish, a canning pad. For those of you who can, I know Mr. Arthur and Miss Fran, they do canning. Or you can put a nice apple pie on there, a peach cobbler, a pound cake, and set it on there, and it'll look nice. And you can use it year round. So I made this one. This one will be a giveaway. 133 minimum. You love unique gifts. Oh, Nick, do you see the doorway? Anyway, your package is over there, and you're eligible to be in the giveaway. But remember, Mike get gifted you his that he won last week. But this one will be a giveaway. Nikki, your bag where the corners were cut out. This was a piece of the scrap that was left over from where I squared out your corners. And hi. And I think you recognize the roof material. Oh, Hershey. Oh, he heard me say Nikki. I think he thinks I said Auntie. And he thinks his Auntie Joanne is here. I spoke to her earlier. And then, oh, Hershey, don't mix up I bought a plant stand. Unfortunately, it must have 100 pieces to put it together. I thought that they were one together. And this will be the other giveaway. It's a little bit bigger. And you see, it has such a big roof and an orange doorway that I actually quilted the roof to make it look differently. And I will put the labels on. The subscriber gifts will go out. Those two will go out before I have the table area is now the shipping area because I have things separated in boxes to go out. Mr. Hershey, Mike says hi. He's saying, "Oh," he's looking at the door. What else I completed since Thursday is I wanted to show you some Frankenstein batting. Up Designs. Hello. Mike and Maria are saying hello. Thank you for coming and welcome. When I was in Arizona on my staycation with my sister Joanne Stevens and Roscoe, I went up in her sewing the room she used for sewing studio. It's great to be part of the community. It sure is. Hello, Angela. Thank you for coming and welcome. Thank you. Everybody saying hello, Angela. And you guys stick around And this is not one of those cliffhangers where they just keep people dangling. I just don't want to have anything up in the pile. Hey, Tori's brain, thank you for coming to mail out. I've got all these little, I have a bunch of small gifts, mug rugs and postcards, fabric postcards, and I just want to get those in the mail. This is an art. I tried to wear something that wouldn't be, that you could see against the other ones. So this is Sissy and Me. I straightened up the edge of some fabric she had with the two ladies. I squared it up, but I did not want to throw the fabric away. Then I went into her scrap bin and I took all these little pieces of fabric out. She actually made she actually made these 4 patches, and I'm going to put a cowrie shell in there after I stitch them. I'm going to just do a stitch in the ditch because you won't be able to see any extra quilting. It actually has some black Kona fabric on the border, but I want to show you what I'm going to use for the binding. I just found it today. I wasn't sure. I I I deboned a pair of pants I had. They were made of African fabrics, and I've already cut this binding. Is it binding or did I make a tie out of it? I don't know. Actually, I think I'm not going to use this. I will have to use this for a tie or something because the edges are already sewn. But, well, that was a unique idea. I have lots of fabric, but this, I don't know what my intention was for this, but I found it already packaged up, and I will put it back in there. And in just 1 second, I will show you the Franken batting. I didn't have a piece big enough. I wanted to use this black batting because you don't get the white bearding with this dark fabric patching through. And this is Frankenstein batting. Doesn't it look like Frankenstein's face all sewed up? So I just put 2 pieces of the black batting together and zigzagged it together. Now I can put it down flat. I intentionally put a piece backing. Now I don't know what I'll use for a binding. Maybe I'll just use some leopard print. I have so many different animal prints. I'm just looking at these tiny, tiny little blocks. Oh my goodness. I don't even remember. This little piece here is like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fabrics or 5 in this little piece right here. And it's all kinds of little pieces. This is an adinkra symbol for love. This little heart down the bottom down there, that's an adinkra symbol. So I will pin base this and stitch in the ditch, and I hopefully will get that one finished this year. Okay. So those were the things that I was going to show you. Then, of course, I have some little mug rugs that are, and these are things that you guys could still have time. Oh, that's a Christmas panel for those who ask up there. And a landscape quilt that I'm almost finished quilting. It has gold stitches there. I just have to put some up here, and I'm just doing some echo quilting in black, on black, going around the edges. You can see I don't know, maybe you can see there's a lot of little, all these are sewn down. All these are sewn down in the middle. And hi, Clovis. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. There's Tori's brain. I love doing those shorts he has on his channel where you have to like read backwards and find the numbers. And for those of you who are quilters and like looking, I'm going to see if I can turn this without. That's kind of like a little art gallery up on that where the crazy quilt is up there. Each 12-inch block up there, I see that I made it in 2008. I see one of my daughter's handmade African dresses that she had made when she was in Tanzania. I see crochet, pieces of my grandmother's crochet, brooch pins, something from a Native American reservation here in Connecticut. Each each one of the blocks in the middle of the 12-inch block has an African woman on some fabric. It has velvet and satin and hand buttons, all kinds of stuff. And I hand embroidered my name, Ellen Pankey 2008, because that's when I did it. And then I put the 12 blocks together, and there's a cowrie shell in the middle of that. The For those of you who didn't see it Thursday, the jacket is actually an oil pastel drawing that I made. Whoops, that I made. I'll put this yarn on my arm so that I don't lose the pin, because I'm going to show those of you who wanted to. Thank you, Nikki. Those of you who wanted to make the ear warmer, and there's a special way that you sew it together. It's just a square of knitting or crochet. But these are some of the. I'll start from, I guess. Well, they're all nice, and they all have my label on the back. These are just 9 patches, 2.25 inch blocks sewn together. And by the way, when you sew 2.5 inch blocks together, if you use a scant quarter seam allowance, you will end up with a 6.5 inch block if you're adding them together. So if you had put 4 of these together, you would have like a 12-inch block. This is one I was just teaching someone how to sew, and this one got a little bit wonky, but it's a mug rug. It's just a heart, an animal print, another 9 patch, and I just sewed them randomly. 9 patch. Now these were some interesting ones. This one is a landscape in African fabrics that I pieced together. You can see like on the sides and on the bottom. This is another one. Actually, this was a panel, and I subdivided it and cut it into some scrappy little pieces on the side. I used whatever scraps, whether they were straight, crooked, whatever. I used whatever scraps were in my scrap bucket. Hi, Sissy. Joanne Stevens. Oh, Nick, you are so bad. You are so bad. I spoke to my sister earlier today, and she was off in the car. I didn't want to talk to her while she was driving, though. Sissy, I showed her some of the scraps that I accidentally borrowed out of your scrap bin, your trash bin, when I was in your house, and all those tiny little slivers that I sewed together, and then you and me in the middle. You and me in the middle. Okay, and Nikki pink hand waving. I saw you, Nikki Nick. And let's see, I showed you this one. I don't think I showed you the other ladies. This one, oh yeah, this one was the crooked one. And there are some. I'm showing you guys this because you still have plenty of time. David Corey, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. He's saying hello to everyone. And then I have my grandson graduated from the University of Southern California. I kind of thought these are not red and gold and black like the USC Trojans, but I originally started these as journal covers. They have pure leather, calf leather. Actually, this is upcycled leather. This was the hood to a leather jacket that I had, and at the time I lived in California, and I didn't need the hood with the leather jacket, so I cut it all up. Now I'm back in Connecticut. I could use that waterproof hood tomorrow, but I got waterproof hair, so I guess it'll be okay. I don't usually go out driving around or anything in the snow, but I had this one started. This one started. I'm going to put the walking foot back on for this one. Then I have a journal cover started in mud cloth. I always have several projects ready, willing, and waiting. Oh, I didn't show you this one. These girls fell down on the side, a mug rug. Oh, congratulations to my grandson. I showed Mr. Arthur email. My actually he's my great grandson. My great grandson is 17 and he's a basketball player, and he's ready for basketball season, and he's looking at colleges now. I want him to go to somewhere like UCLA or USC, something like that, where he can get the full, total, total, going away college, or an HBCU, so where he can get the college experience without all the family running behind him. Baloo's Clues, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. And my college days were my wildest days, boy. I finally got away from home and my parents, and oh, you name it. You name it. It was going down at Howard University in 19 I was in the class of 1970, but I started in 1966, and it was so much fun. Poor Cam. I have one one daughter, and then one son, then one granddaughter, one grandson. I have two great granddaughters and one great grandson. He's over 6'2". We don't exactly know because he's still growing. And I don't actually. Oh, here's the handsome guy up close. But he's a big one. He's tall. Look how much taller he is than his mother. So I have one granddaughter, one grandson, and two great great grandchildren. You don't want to describe. You're shaking and crying tears of gratitude. Oh, thank you, Baloo's Cooloos. You're not going to distract me. I'm always distracted, and I just thank you for being here. And I have six living generations. You guys, I have lived through eight generations, because there are two generations that are in my ancestors now. I knew all four of my grandparents and one great grandmother, and I have a picture with her. L Triple G love. Thank you for coming. And there's a picture with that same guy, Cam, on September 1st, which was my mother's birthday. And she's in an adult senior rehab right now, and when there's some music playing, I was two-stepping with Cam, and of course I come up to about his shoulder because he's a little more than a foot taller than me, and he's such a gentleman. For Thanksgiving, my eldest great granddaughter fixed my mom's plate, and All this food was piled up mountains high on the table, and then Cam came over to me because part of his training as a basketball player, they have different events at the school, and the basketball team serves the he's very tall, auntie. He is tall, and you just witnessed your daughter have a screaming meltdown in the drive-through trying to get some tacos. That's what kids do. Oh, at Brown, any other Saturday, your husband would be at Brown right now. God's grace placed him safely at home. That's Brown is one of the schools in contention in New England. So here's a picture of Cam next to his mother. She's five. She's 5'2.5", by the way, you guys. So you see how much taller he is than her. Of course, part of it might be his hair. He has big hair. He has big hair. But Cam, oh, I was telling you about Cam for Thanksgiving. He insisted on fixing this Nana's plate, and he was arranging it so the food would look nice together. I thought that was so sweet. So sweet. Him taking care of his nanners. We used to, some of you know that I woke up from a coma 10 years ago, almost 11 years ago, and my family wouldn't let me go to nursing rehab. They insisted that I come home, they take care of me. They brought all my meals up to the second floor. I couldn't go up and down the steps. And Cam used to come to my bedroom. My bedroom was not too far from his, on the second floor at mom's house. And we would have tailgate parties during football season, Super Bowl, and he was saying that he misses that. He has his driver's license, his learners anyway, and I told him he'll just have to drive up. I'm about an hour away from him, and I'm trying to put the message. Those that know the word of prayer, please pray for us. You guys, let's take a moment of silence for those of you who would like a moment of silence, and the rest of you, let's just pray for each other. Such a crazy time in the world right now. Amen. I live in a building. It's a senior building, but we have many races, many religions. A couple of the people on my floor are Jehovah's Witness, and I have to, well, I don't have to, but I'm careful on holidays that I don't disrespect their religious views. And on my birthday, I went in the door, and then I'm like, "Oh, it's my birthday." I don't know what I was picking up, some gifts or something. It was kind of funny, and she just kind of looked at me, strange, and like, "Oh, I forgot." But blessings anyway. I can bless you just for being alive, just for being present. Anyway, well, there it is, neatly filed on the floor, because I'm going to show you how to sew this headband together. I don't know what I'm going to do. My mother is making one actually, and I don't know what this. Just a minute. The stupid phone. I have my. It says something. I don't know whether I hit my Cash App, but I have it locked because I had $120 taken out that was not authorized about a month ago. So now I know how to lock it and unlock it. Just a minute. I'm trying to pull the chat back up so I can see it. And mother, I love you, mom. Sorry I won't be able to get to see you tomorrow, But she tells me, it's my mother is so funny. She tells me, don't drive if it's bad out. And then, like a couple Sundays ago, it rained a lot. I don't drive in the rain. I don't drive normally if I don't have to. But I called her in the middle of Sunday, in the middle of the day on Sunday, and I said, Mom, do you miss me? She says, Yeah, I was looking for you. I said, Aren't you the one that told me don't come if the weather was bad? So this is a piece of crochet. When I saw, I had an original pattern at one time, and I remember that it said to put 68 stitches to chain to start it, but I didn't use the size needle that they said. I did my own thing, and this is actually 60 stitches across, but I use a very big crochet hook because I can feel the stitches when I'm not looking and I can crochet them. So this is the hook that I used. I had a little bit of this left. I don't know if it's enough to make ear warmers, but the pattern to make this one, if you wanted to make it, those of you who crochet, put 60 to 68 stitches across loosely. But what I did, I have a big head and I have a lot of hair. So I made sure that it will go around my head because it's an ear warmer. And when I sew it together, it's going to make it tighter. And I don't like things tight on my head. So I have a big needle threaded. Oh, and how I thread a needle, like I have a big, and I like the metal. I like metal needles. What I do is crease the thread and bend it, then I push it through the hole this way. So what you do is you take the yarn and I turn the needle sideways towards the sharp part and I push it down, then I just squeeze it and push it through the eye of the needle. I just didn't want to do it on camera in case I failed. I didn't want you all sitting there while I fumbled and fumbled and fumbled. And I doubled it. And now this is, I'm going to put this down. Oh, there's my other sock. I, I don't wear shoes in my house, not even bedroom slippers. I should. But the guy that used to be my dog walker used to say, Miss Ellen, why do you always have one sock on? I think one leg is taller than the other one. Most people are like that. And I think one sock comes off, then I just don't go find it. Donzel Cooper saying, Hi, David and Joanne. Oh, you're so sweet. Donzel Cooper always leaves a message. So here is just a little rectangle. I will actually work the threads in later. No, I won't. I'll do it now. My mother's famous for making things. Then she leaves the ends for me to work in. But that's okay because I tangle the thread up and I bring it to her to untangle. So I wore something light colored so that I will put, whoa, the thread over here. And when you work the threads in at the end, you just take and pull it through until you can't see it anymore. There's no right way, no wrong way. Everybody has their own way of doing it. So I'm just putting the needle through and working the ends in. There's one end, and here's the other one. And if it's not perfect, by the way, those of you who are quilters, I hear people say, oh, well, it's not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect quilt. There is no such thing. I used to be a quilt show judge, and they have different rules for different things, for different reasons. But there's always something that's different from the pattern. I'm just pulling this thread back and forth, back and forth. Actually, I've done it enough times. And I'll take these giant tailor's scissors that are so sharp. Excuse me. Oh, you like that color? Angela, thank you. I love, love, love purple. That's actually my mother's thread. I borrowed it. Isn't that something? Who goes to their mother's nursing rehab and borrows her thread? So this is big enough to go around my big head. And what you do is you fold it in half. It's folded in half. Then, let me see. It's in half. So you see these loops like this, you make sure that it's straight and about approximately where the half is, you put them together like this. Can you see that? Then you take the needle and thread. I have already looped it. I know this is going to be the wrong side, and I'm just going to sew getting all four sides. I'm just doing a little running stitch. I'm getting all four pieces. And that's the magic of making it. It's just a square. If your stitches aren't even, it's okay. It's okay. Now I got to the end and then I just go whip it back and I go back the other way. Go back the other way. The first one I made I gave to my mom and I pinched it tight because that's what how I thought that it went. But then I decided that I don't want it squinched up. And yes, men can wear this too. You can wear it too. If you don't like where it's connected in the front, you could put the twist in the back, under the back of your neck. David Corey has a lot of hair. Sissy Joanne Stevens has a lot of hair. So you might not want this in the front with your man bun or your high bun or your however you wear it. I miss the days when I used to get my hair blow dried and wear it in a doobie and just wrap it around my head. Mona, what have you been doing lately? Actually, I never get into discourse. You have to help me, Mona, figure out how to sign in when you're there on Monday. And I'm just going to tie this in a knot so I don't lose the needle. And I will show you what this looks like. So there's the twist. Okay, here we go. And oh, it is big even on my big head. That's okay because my hair will be. Oh yeah, how about that? You don't have to wear it in the top even. You don't like it. So that's how this goes. You ready for it to be over, Mona? You remember the first one. That's when I got her thread. Yes. And see how it looks up there? I left it. It's in her drawer. Oh, this is warm. This will keep your head warm, you guys. And I have some of this, and I'm going to start the next one. Of course, the thread, I started making something and then I didn't like it. This is like that really thick thread. Whew, this is hot. Can't take that. I'll blow a circuit in here. I don't even turn my heat on. Oh yeah, you guys, don't forget to put exclamation mark GQUAT to drop your channel. Maria Graham says, Joanne, say hi to Mr. Roscoe for me. Oh, you like that? Hey, Juanita Campbell. I don't know if I said hi. If I missed anybody dropping stuff, looking around, I didn't mean to. So this is how this looked. It is a little loose, but I think that when I put my hair back and sometimes put it in a ponytail with some help, I can't do it. My shoulder hurts. So I have to get done next week, next Saturday actually. I get my locks retwisted. So, mother, if I don't make it tomorrow, I'll bring your purple yarn back and I will bring her this color back. Oh, you know what she said to me when I told her I would bring it back? She says, "Oh, I have so much thread at home. My mother has been my mother's been crocheting 90 years, 90, cuz I've been crocheting 70, and so is Auntie Joanne. She doesn't crochet anymore. She does other things. My sister Joanne is actually a glass artist. A glass artist. Now I'm scared of glass. Not scared. I just don't like it. Like some people don't like to quilt because they don't like getting stuck with a needle. That's what my mother says. I don't like getting cut by glass. I am always dropping something, cutting something, and now I will start the next one, and maybe I'll do it 60 stitches. This is such thick thread. Or okay, I see more people in here. I see 15, I think. How many people are how many people put up a Christmas tree? Put a 1 in the chat if you put up a Christmas tree. Want to see my Christmas tree? There it is. Right there. It's there. And I have a little metal one on the table over there. And what is it? Santa's boot, a slipper. Yeah, big decorations around here. There are no kids except for Mr. Hershey, and he does have a Christmas stocking. And the neighbor upstairs fills it up for him every Christmas. Another neighbor brings buys him a new coat every year. He has more coats than I do, actually. And the same neighbor that has the Christmas stocking sent me a Omaha steak box. I've been going through it. I had the most tender filet mignon the other day because when I opened the freezer of that little apartment refrigerator with the freezer at the top, it's so stuffed that one of the packets of meat it's covered. It fell. So I it was in plastic. I rinsed it off, put it in the sink, and I cooked it. Oh wow. Trees, trees, trees. Denzel Cooper, no, I don't have a real Christmas tree. You know, when I was a little girl, Auntie Joanne and my dad used to buy a real Christmas tree. That tree would be, their ceilings are like, Auntie Joanne's ceilings are 24 feet tall, but the ceiling at my mom's house, I think was 16 feet. And then they lowered it in the kitchen to about 12. It was hard. Hey, Miss Shirley OG Gardner. How you doing, sis? Oh, Baloo's Clues actually has three. I should come get one already decorated. Already decorated. I used to be a driving fool. I would drive anywhere, 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 anytime. I have driven across country a couple times with pulling with a tow dolly. You hope my knee feels a little better, Miss Shirley. Oh, this knee surgery is no joke, you guys. I've had two knee replacements and a hip replacement, and that's why I dread going to the post office. It's one of those old New England post offices that's over 100 years old. And when they used to have like the federal buildings where you go up the steps in the building, sitting up, it's not that big, but going up the steps, carrying packages with my cane. When I have a long way to walk, I actually take my walker and I use it. Hey Nancy, our treasured home. I saw you crocheting. I think it was last night. Oh my goodness, she was crocheting and baking at the same time. I think, oh, you have snow. Woohoo! Your snow is on the way from here. She, our treasured home. Nancy lives in Ohio. When her and Miss Shirley and those in that part get that lake effect snow up in that section near the Great Lakes, they send it over this way. But I live in a senior apartment now. But when I was at home with the family 10 years ago, they always there was a man with the pickup truck with the snowplow on the front, and he used to do the driveways and coming down because mom's house is on a pretty steep hill, and the kids always cleared my windows off and dug my truck out. Miss Shirley OG is speaking to everybody. So let's get this next one started. And maybe tomorrow during church, I go to video church, y'all, and I accidentally don't sit there anymore and just sitting there like I'm in church being quiet. I'll be cooking while I'm in church. I'll be doing all things. Rehab is everything, Baloo's Kaloo says. I go 3 days a week. The one who did PT walked until the end. Who other where skip PT? I have neuropathy, and what happens is that my limbs just go totally numb. I can't even feel my feet when that happens. So then I take my walker and I sit down for like 30 seconds, uh, a minute or so. Somebody's being smart, and the snow's coming my way. It sure is. I get around, I go, but now I feel empowered because I take the walker, and I know that if that goes out, I'm not just panicked. I won't just fall on the ground or whatever. I get that tingling um, feeling in my feet, and they just go numb. It's a matter of the nerves fail. But I go to physical therapy 3 days a week. I exercise every single day, and I have exercise equipment here. Those of you might know is I get up early in the morning, 6 o'clock. The first thing I do is exercise. I even have a desk cycle. You can Google it, desk cycle. It's like having one of the life cycles or something in the gym or the PT, except you can do it under your desk at work. You can take it wherever. I bought my own, and I have my own weights and bands and the exercise balls, the big one, the little one, and little weights. I try to do a lot of repetitions with the weight with light weights. I will get this started if you guys keep me busy. Then during church, I will be crocheting and praising the Lord, of course. My sister Joanne goes to church online too, and mommy, we put it on for her. New Year's Eve, my mother always went to church New Year's Eve. Later on, as we got older, some of us some of us didn't go or couldn't go, and she would come in at midnight, and we'd have the fake the fake champagne, for the kids and everybody, and we would save some for her. We'd have a family toast. The walker with the seat is helpful. Yes, I have a rollator, and I have bags that fit over the handle, and I can carry a lot of weight on there. A lot of weight. I can carry watermelons on there, two cases of 224 bottle cases of water, on there. I'm just going, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep talking, you guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I'll show you something. 14, 15, 16. I'll show you something that's quick. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This one's for you, Mother. I'm starting at 23, 24, 25. And I don't call her mommy. I only say mother to aggravate her. 25. Just like I say Michael, I only say it to aggravate him too. Have a good evening, Angela. 25. Donzel Cooper saying hello to our treasured home. 25. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Oops, no, that wasn't 41 yet. 40, 41, 42, 43. Just a couple more. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Since I'm using such big yarn and a big needle, I think that's going to be enough. I think. Oh, no, I got a big head. I guess I do need 60. Lord have mercy. No wonder I was so smart growing up. A big head must have some brains in it, right? 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Is this enough? Yeah, I think that's enough. 55. Okay, and one for turning. Before before we go, I want to show you something that was done with a big crochet hook. And this was with a Q. A Q is a really big one. There is a pack that you can get at Wally World, and it has a P and a Q. They're two really big hooks. And this was a weekend Afghan that I sewed 150 for the big heads. Oh, Nikki, you're so bad. I do have a big head. A big head. I was talking on one channel the other night because my dad wore 7 7/8. He had such a big head. He had to have his hats custom made and custom blocked. And there was this hat shop in New Haven, Connecticut that was like hundreds of years old. That whoever wanted specialty hats, the fedoras, whatever, have them blocked a certain way. Cowboy hats, special ordered. That's where they used to go. This is a half double crochet using 3 strands of yarn. You can also make rugs. I make my rugs with cloth. You can tear up old sheets, old clothes, put them together. I have a video on how you connect the strips without sewing them. Actually, that was my very first YouTube video about 12, 14 years ago. I didn't even know what YouTube was. I used to volunteer at a senior center in North Carolina, and one of the young men that worked there said to make a video so that we could show it over and over to people. They're still using that video, how to connect the strips without sewing them. Okay, do any of you have any questions? Well, don't forget to come. I don't know when I'm going to do the giveaway, but it will be before Christmas because I will not be going live Christmas Day. I will be spending Christmas with the family and the kids. And we celebrate every day that somebody doesn't have to work. On the days that nobody has to work or very few, my granddaughter's husband usually works on Sunday, but he comes in when he finishes. And my mom's rehab is just up the street from the house. It's not too far. I don't even think it's 2 miles. Okay, so this will be a giveaway. And again, it can be used for canning. It could be used for a casserole dish. It could be used for your computer. I keep one. It's actually a little larger. It's about this size that I put my sewing machine on. And you know the rubber things that you put under the no slide things? And when you sew fast with a lot of thick fabrics, some of the machines will vibrate a little bit, even a heavy duty machine. Oh, thank you. Donzel says beautiful quilts. I appreciate you, Donzel. And you know, I just want to tell you fellas, men quilt and sew too. A lot of countries, the men did all the sewing and made all the expensive Seville row suits, all the thousands and thousands of dollar suits in England, in France, wherever. They originally were men. Other countries that don't have a lot of electricity, you see those big old black Singer machines that don't need electricity, and they're carrying them on their heads. Baloo's Clues is so kind. She says big head equals big brain. Nothing wrong with that. I used to be smart when I was young. I think my brains are evaporating as I age. But when I see other people my age, I'm thankful. I'm blessed. You know whose birthday is the exact same day, the exact same year as me? Well, Whoopi Goldberg, but she's way younger than me. King Charles III of England was born November 13th, 1948, just like me. And I look at him, and even with all the privileges, all the gazillions of dollars, and I just have to be thankful that me, I'm well. It is well with my soul. I get to see you all. Your children have an uncle who makes handmade suits in France. I know that's right. I know that's right. Okay, you guys, these will be given away because I want to for Christmas, Hana, Kwanzaa, or just because I want to celebrate the end of the year. I want to celebrate me being here at the end of the year. And Donzel Cooper says he likes Whoopi Goldberg. I liked her before she lost all that weight. I liked her. She looks like she's hungry now. And some people lose weight. They lose whatever. I like my little kissy cheeks. I like them. I like them. The kids say, Nana, you're so soft. You're so soft. My skin is soft. I'm not that soft. So these will be given away for the end of the year to thank you guys for coming to the channel, to thank you for being a part of my life, and to giving me some structure in my life. I say my sister always says, Sissy, what do you do? What are you gonna do on your live stream? Oh, I don't know, Sissy. I'll have to wait until closer to the day. Some people book like, the thumbnail and everything months in advance. I don't do that because I'm working on something different, and it depends on what I have to get out the door. Who has a birthday? Who has an anniversary? Oh, this is what I was working on today on my live stream when I finished that head warmer. I'm hand sewing the binding on this Underground Railroad story quilt. And let's see, those stitches are, and I sew from the front. This will actually be a show quilt. And I sew my binding on for the front from the front, and I hand sew it in the back. If you can see it, there's little little stitches. This one was one of the by the rules. Mona did what? The I don't care. Well, this is one of the ones that I can take anywhere. I did care, and I made my own. I made my own. There's a book called The Underground Railroad. Excuse me, 1 minute, and I'll get it. Just a minute. This is a book with Underground Railroad story quilts, and the blocks look something like this. But I changed my blocks around. I changed the order that they're in, and I changed the type of block that I put in. And I'll show you. And I made mine. The one that I did this time is a 12 patch. I have made this one several times, 2 or 3 times. So then the one that I'm doing now, I actually made two. One is in African fabrics, and the other one is in batiks. And the, well, I'll show you this one because it's a wagon wheel. And I fussy cut the colors to sort of mix and match. And hopefully, I will have them ready for Black History Month and to start showing my quilts at different events. Right now, I do it because I just love it. I just love it. I love the feel of fabric. I go crazy for a piece of nice fabric. L Triple G Love gave me a piece of fabric when we met up. I hand washed that fabric. I don't know what country it was imported from, but I know I didn't have any of that. I hand washed it and I dried it in the shower. Yeah, well, that's all I know, you guys. Mother Egawamote, I appreciate each and every one of you. Do any of you have any questions before we hang up? And now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I thank each and every one of you. And one moment for the outro.